Welcome, my friends, to the Christmas edition of LatiNation Football Club. I am your host, Marcelino Ortiz, and I'm here with the very best team of analysts that you can find on TV. That's right, Chiva Mayor, el compa Nik Z, Camila Ortiz y Alex Crespo, celebrating la Nochebuena, el día más bonito porque llegó Santa Claus, el niño Dios, y ya estamos writing those letters for the three kings. My friends, what a year in football. The very first year that LatiNation airs Liga MX, Tigres and Juárez, successful seasons. We are the home of the female champions, the home of the runner-ups in the male division, and Juárez as well, an up-and-coming team. Let's get started, my friends. Feliz Navidad.
Igualmente.
A lot of turkey?
Tamales.
Tamales, very good. What did you have for dinner last night, Alex?
Asado, milanesas con puré.
Very Christmas. Very Christmas. Camila, your favorite plate?
Turkey and ham, keeping it classic.
Nice. Not a turkey guy, never was a turkey guy for any holiday. I don't know, I feel like we all just collectively pretend like we like turkey sometimes. I had a lovely roasted chicken with mashed potatoes, some other things too. Yeah.
What is the main Serbian tradition for Christmas?
Well, fun fact for you guys, Christmas in Serbia is actually on January 7th, so it's not even, it didn't even happen yet. But we do a lovely roasted pork. It's like a nice crispy pork in the oven and other things too. It's nice, yeah.
There you go, Chiva. Tamales?
Sí, well, in Mexico it's celebrate tamales, pozolito, right? And then in Guadalajara it's called niño envuelto. Mm-hmm. So, man, porque ya pronto.
Mucha comida. My friends, we are very excited because 2025 was an amazing year for football. That is right. The year before the World Cup always tends to be full of excitement, full of great tournaments. And let's go to the beginning of the year. For me, the most important situation that kicked off this year was the Club World Cup, my friends. The first tournament that we had is a preview for what audiences are going to experience during the World Cup here in the United States. Alex, let's go with you, because I know that you had a great experience. You were able to go to watch a few games. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, we were able to start off the year with a great game that we were lucky enough to be at. Here in LA at the Rose Bowl, we saw Paris contra Atlético de Madrid, where we saw an absolutely dominating side from PSG, winning 4-0 to start off the tournament, and who ended up being the runner-up in this Club World Cup, and obviously, they've been succeeding ever since, and we even saw them now win the Intercontinental Cup, and this team has just been on fire.
Luis Enrique, probably one of the best coaches this year, really showing that you don't need the big roster of stars to make a winning team, although let's make no mistake, the team that plays in PSG is full of top players. Yeah. They're just not the glitzy,
They were better post-Mbappe, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Definitely. We even saw Dembélé now win the award for the best.
The best? Now, let's continue with the Club World Cup, my friends. What was your favorite game of that competition, Chiva?
I went to Atlanta, Georgia to witness MLS show the world that we're, not that bad as they think. Yes, we lost against Chelsea, El Campeón, but it was a great match. I think it was a very even match. Unfortunately for the black and gold, we were not able to score the opportunities that we had, but we did show the world that football here in the U.S. is real.
Now, you guys were able to get into the tournament in a pretty interesting way as well, correct?
Excellent, excellent.
It was the result of someone else being disqualified. This was a long time ago, I can't exactly remember.
This is the history of Mexican football in a nutshell, my friends. The multi-ownership. A situation that is very common in Mexico where a single entity or owner owns more than one franchise that plays in the same tournament. According to FIFA rules, that is not allowed. The same owner cannot have two teams in a continental competition. And Club León, that had just made a blockbuster signing with James, was disqualified from the competition, opening the door for the black and gold to come in. Now let's be critical. The black and gold left a lot to desire on this tournament. They did, they had good football, a good product on the field. The results were not there with them.
Marcelo, let's go a step back, because Nik made it sound like he was like, they give it to us. It wasn't like that. We had to play Club America at the BMO Stadium with the FIFA rules, 50-50. He has been one of the most great atmospheres that I've witnessed between an MLS team and a Liga MX team. Having a powerhouse like America at BMO. and being able, me as a fan,
Ganarle a la
and not just winning on the field, but also winning on the stands, I think was phenomenal. It was a great statement that, again, I'll go back, the football here in the U.S. is real. We have real passionate fans, and it wasn't that easy to make it to the World Cup, Mr. Nik.
Now,
But I have a question. Chiva, if LAFC had made the signing of Heung-min Son before the Club World Cup, do they make it farther in that tournament?
Without a doubt.
And do they beat Chelsea?
without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. I think that was one of the things that lacked in the black and gold for this competition was a clear killer of the top third. We at the time we didn't have that cohesive. Boanga, yes, but at the same time it's Boanga. Everybody knows Boanga. They cover him, double team him, and it is hard for him to break because at the same time he's very effective but also very predictable.
Yeah.
You will know that he won't pass. You will know that he will try to go do the dribble. Defenders from Liga MX, they're very experienced, they're very agile. Nonetheless, arriba el black and gold sobre de las Águilas del América. No los queremos.
That is correct.
But let's move on, my friends. Many things this year that happened. One of them was LatiNation broadcasting Liga MX games on this Apertura 2025, my friends. Camila, you were lucky enough to narrate some of the Tigres Femenil games. An incredible season by all means. What are you expecting for 2026, and what are some of your highlights of the women's soccer at large for this year?
Well, my highlight for Tigres, since we are their home base for Tigres Liga MX games and Femenil, it has to be them obviously winning the championship, showing that they are the dominating team in the entire league. Not only were they showing up game by game throughout the season, scoring crazy 6 or 9 goals, they were also able to show off in the playoffs and in the championship, which I think some teams, they are not able to do that because at the end of the day, the playoffs become more of a mental game. But for women's soccer as a whole, I mean, the growth has just been exponential. I am super ecstatic about this. I think that the women's game is finally getting the attention and the money that it deserves.
Rightfully so, my friends, because what we've seen this year has been amazing. I'm a little bit sad because Marta couldn't complete the dream of being a back-to-back champion. It's my favorite female player of all times, and happy that just recently a Mexican won the Marta Award for the best goal. Yep. Jacqueline Ovalle se sacó un golazo tremendo, a scorpion goal with a twist. I don't even know what that
no
was.
name for that yet.
There's no name. There's La Jacquelina.
Yeah.
Because it was an amazing goal where she receives the ball backwards, heel as she turns and put it right top bin. Amazing goal. So much to talk about in this special of Christmas, my friends. Are you guys ready to tell the world what do you guys ask Santa for?
No.
I think it's pretty obvious for me, but
Yeah.
Argentina, Mundial in US, Canada, Mexico, I mean, it's ours. I mean,
Should we break
Necesito.
the news about the internal betting system that we have here for the World Cup? I think
the
it's
world, so they
appropriate.
know. They
I think
gotta
it's
be
appropriate for us to announce that we have established a new policy here on LatiNation Football Club. Since we know that Alex El Brujo Crespo, has been so good with his predictions. He's been bold and said that Argentina will be champions again. So I decided to come with a nice banter, a little good bet. If Argentina fails to be the champion of the World Cup, Alex will be denied of wearing the Argentina jersey for a full World Cup cycle, my friends. That's right, he's gonna be forced to wear his Chile uniform for all the international windows. And in the other side of the equation, if Argentina by any weird chance gets to be a champion, I myself will be wearing an Argentina jersey the first show of every month until the next World Cup. I don't think it's going to happen.
The question is, when they win the World Cup, you will be wearing an Argentina jersey every first of the month. And you guys got to expect
If I do, it's going to be a vintage Maradona one. None of that modern.
As long as it's Argentina. that's
Maybe
all
a
we
Dibu
need.
Martinez jersey, because I like Dibu. I like his attitude.
We'll get you a Depol.
I'll follow up with you guys right after this break, but don't go anywhere, my friends. You are watching the Christmas special right here on LatiNation Football Club. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Whether we become, so bitter that we can't accept another man's apology. We make mistakes all the time. And as a grown man, you have to say, I'm sorry every once in a while. And it's okay to say that. And the apology, I think, should be accepted. And in this case, I'm accepting it.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
When you look at this NBA Cup, you have to think about the importance. As a coach, I find a lot of importance. This wasn't a gimmick win. The Knicks earned it the hard way, and it matters in April as Mike Brown continues to build that culture in New York, and now, in my opinion, the Knicks are legit contenders to win the NBA title.
Pro basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
Football contest season is back, and so is the Las Vegas Football Contest Show. Season 2, the sharpest football contest show in the land. Focusing on all 3 Circa Sports contests and the Westgate Superbook Super Contest, we handicap the games and release our contest picks every week of the season. Featuring Super Contest champions Brady Cannon, James Salinas, and former NFL player Mike Pritchard, all team will have you prepared this season like none other. Check us out every weekend right here on SportsGrid.
They have by far the highest ceiling out of any team in the league. Elite talent, NBA shot making, versatility, and the best coach in the league in John Shire. They can beat you in multiple ways. Half court, full court, run and gun, walk it up. And they out-execute you, maybe except for that game versus Texas Tech.
College basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
And we are back here on LatiNation Football Club. My friends, I am your host, Marcelino Ortiz, and I'm here with the top team, el equipo de analistas de fútbol más bueno de la televisión. My friends, and we'll continue. Chiva, ¿qué le pediste a Santa Claus?
Ay, hermano. Well, football-wise,
Football-wise first.
the black and gold winning every single tournament they play on. Champions, Aguca Champions, Leagues Cup, because we got invited to Leagues Cup, not like other teams. And of course, la MLS, and then also my Chivas winning Liga MX.
Liga
por
MX.
favor. Sí,
Over
Santa Claus.
Tigres, over Juárez.
Over whoever comes in front of them.
You don't ask for much. You're very humble.
Yes, of course.
Chiva, how excited are you? I thought that you were going to say that you asked Santa Claus for like maybe narrating a Chivas game on 2026.
Ah, yeah.
Maybe I don't know, Juárez versus Chivas on the match day number 2.
Yes.
Maybe Tigres versus Chivas down the road.
Es que that's above Santa Claus. Eso va
Eso
para
es de Niño
Dios.
Dios.
Sí.
Well, you got it.
We are excited because we are going to have more Liga MX games, my friends. So many of those. All of the Juárez games, all of the Tigres home games, y la división femenil también, my friends. Camila, let's go to you. ¿Qué le pediste a Santa Claus?
Well, that's an easy one. Speaking of women's soccer, going to more, northern up in the NWSL, I made a wish for my ACFC, Angel City Football Club, to finally at least make it into the playoffs. It's a simple wish, and it's about time, in my opinion. This is the 3rd season for the club, and yeah, I want them to, get to that stage.
One of the most valuable clubs in the competition. They have been probably the poster child for how a team needs to grow on the stands, on paper, on value, but not on the field.
Yep.
They have, spurs of moment where they seem to have it, and then they fizzle out towards the half of the season. Let's hope that this is not the case because LA, puro ganador en LA.
Hey,
Tenemos los Dodgers.
It's kind of
es que en
similar...
Carson es diferente.
I don't know what team you're talking about when you talk about Carson. It reminds me of Miami's start.
Yeah.
Where you have a lot of backing financially, institutionally, but it's just not there. And you're not meeting these expectations on the pitch. But as we saw with Miami, those things can change when the certain change is coming. So
it could be this season.
It can happen when the right team comes along, and so, yeah, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with ACFC, it's going to go in the route it's going in if you're getting rid of your player, Alyssa Thompson. That is definitely a very key factor in the outcome of their season.
Yeah.
And I think that what they need to do for next season is definitely do a big signing
Yeah,
to
a
replace
superstar.
that player.
Absolutely.
And I think that to your point, the league itself is reckoning with that decision, right? When you see your biggest asset to the future go to Europe, and then immediately we saw a reaction. Trinity Rodman, it's right now in negotiations to see if she can be allowed to have a multi-million contract to stay with Washington Spirit. That is what the league needs to do. They need to retain these top players, these media-friendly players that are really going to give you the headlines, that are really going to give you the eyeballs and the butts on the seats for the stadium, my friend.
Yep.
People want to go see stars. They love good teams, but they also love a good star. Hence, Miami, Messi, Suarez, Busquets, you name it, right? Now, Nick,
Yo.
¿qué le pediste a Santa Claus?
Yes. I would
A
love
new passport?
No. I'm not asking for much. I'm asking for the LA Galaxy to not be in last place again for the entire season. Build some sort of squad from the back forward. It seems like we're getting there. There's some exciting news coming out in terms of transfers happening right now that are filling me with some optimism. But I'm asking Santa Claus to kind of allow LA Galaxy to assert themselves again as the top team in the league. It's not going to happen overnight. We need to literally rebuild. We're in a big slump, as you guys know. But I just want to see some progress on that front. I'm not even asking for what you're asking for the playoffs. I'm literally asking us for us not to be the worst team.
But you guys
in the
have
league.
Ricky Puig back.
We
That
do.
goes a long way.
That's
a
gonna be-
long
Yeah.
way, but we can't rely. If you want to go all the way,
But you guys
need
did,
to have
and
a
you guys
deeper
won a
squad than
championship.
that. I
Not
know
too
we
long
did.
ago.
Yeah, not too long ago. You wouldn't understand that as LAFC fans what that feels like. But to go from that to now being at the way bottom and being probably the worst team in the whole league and just being lost, like zero light at the end of the tunnel, it's hard. So I'm asking us to find some
okay.
end of the tunnel.
We love you, Nick. Don't worry. You always have a room here in Los Angeles. Well, for myself, I have two wishes. Santa Claus, por favor, que los Pumas firmen a Chicho Arango y a James Rodríguez y seamos campeones ganándole al América. Please. What are the big players that we're going to see here on LatiNation through the next season? Well, let's start with Tigres, because we're going to have Bruneta. We're going to have probably still Gignac. Staying like, I just saw him right after the final, and they asked him, "Why, Gignac, is this it?" And he was like, "I have 2 years of contract, and I will retire with at least one more championship," because he's chasing a record. He's chasing 12 championships, the most championships for a foreign player in Liga MX. I believe that he has a chance, and I hope that we get the final here on LatiNation. ¿Cuáles son tus gallos para el Clausura 2026?
Ay, qué difícil, ¿verdad? Chivas, of course. I think, but, you know, Tigres is always going to be a good candidate. They have Gignac as the leader of the team. And then Angelito Correa. We have Nahuel Guzman in the back, which is one, if not the best goalkeeper ever coming to Liga MX or going to Liga MX. And then I also see America again. Now, let's not forget that a lot of the teams are going to be with other national players because of the World Cup. It's going to be a weird tournament, shorter tournament. So that can open a door for another team, you know, for other teams to become champions this upcoming season. But hey, you know, America, Tigres, Chivas, and Monterrey, I think are going to.
Monterrey is a good team. Nick, what are you looking forward the most for Liga MX next season?
I'm looking for something similar to what you said, new teams to shine. And I have my eye on a few. Of course, I'm excited for us to cover, you know, huge players, Paulinho, whoever it is, but Jurcevic, Atlas. I'm looking at Atlas as a squad that could sort of add to what they have right now, which is a great goal scorer in my fellow countryman of Jurcevic, who is a Serbian Montenegrin, just like I am. And for that guy to lead the squad, or I guess it's a kind of a tie in Liga MX with the top scorers, everyone at 12. But to have him, and for them, if they can add a little bit in midfield or defense to spruce him up, I can see Atlas as being a dark horse coming up this year. A squad that we definitely never talk about, but a lot of people don't talk about very often.
Well, it's time to go on a break, my friends. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll continue this nice conversation with all the team of LatiNation Football Club.
Let's play a little game of buy or sell. in case you missed it, probably not because you're watching this show, Patrick Mahomes injured himself last week. This just in. Gonna miss a lot of time. That could include some of next year. Mahomes says he will be ready. He's already had the surgery. So let's make the assumption, George, for the time being, that he does play week 1 of next season. I think that's optimistic, but it's Mahomes. He wants to play. Let's see. Buy or sell? Dynasty Mahomes owners should look to trade Mahomes right now. Buy or sell?
There's nobody on your fantasy team that you shouldn't be looking to trade. Right? I'll trade anybody if the right offer's made here. When I say you should be looking to trade, depends on how you read that. I mean, looking to trade, I think it's just the wrong time to do it. All right, I just don't think you're gonna get value. You're not gonna get even value, equal value here, unless there's a specific player you're trading and you're strong at quarterback and you think it's worth it. Fine. Do I think you should look to trade him? No, I'll sell this. So I think you could trade him, sure, but anybody can be traded depending on the offer here. So I'm gonna sell this now. Wrong time to try and trade him.
I am going to buy this. I look, until the Chiefs get him a Jamar Chase, a Justin Jefferson, a Jackson Smith and Jigba, nothing against Rice and nothing against Worthy. Even with Tom Brady in the 17 eras that he had in New England, they always were getting this guy help. At running back, they got Corey Dillon one year. At receiver, they got Randy Moss one year. I know it didn't work out. It did for a short period of time with Antonio Brown. The Chiefs have to go out and get a mega star for Mahomes to play with for the next 5 years. This could be the end for Mahomes the next few years. Until I see the Chiefs make some sort of free agent commitment to the skill position, stop with these, Pacheco running backs. I mean, get the guy some help already. And Kelsey probably at the end too.
Fantasy Sports Today. Friday starting at 3 p.m. Only on SportsGrid.
We are back here on LatiNation Football Club. Christmas special, my friends. Rojo y verde, pavo, panza llena, corazón contento. And we are closing out the year, my friends. We've had so much fun. We've seen our teams win, our teams lose. We've seen Galaxy win, Galaxy lose, more lose than winning.
Miami win.
Miami win 3 games in a row, and they feel like they're champions of MLS. Dude, go figure. But now let's get serious, my friends. 2026 is upon us, and we have a tough mission ahead of us. We have over 40 Liga MX games that we're going to be broadcasting live here on LatiNation. Again, please download the app. Go right now, latination.com/download. Y ahí bajan su app, Android, iPhone, Linux, whatever platform, Huawei, whatever you wanted, we have it there. Your app, you can put it up on your Apple TV, on your smart TV. Find it, download it, and get free Liga MX games in English with this crew of vandals, experts of soccer, and overall misfits of the soccer world. My friends, Alex Crespo, what you're expecting now? Let's preface this. There's big changes coming to MLS. We're going to have a whole new system of competition, at least for one tournament. Rumor has it that we're going to experience a very soccer, basketball, American football style of competition where we're going to group the teams in divisions. That's right. We're going to divide the teams in 4 divisions of 6 teams each, approximately. Northern teams with northern teams, California teams minus San Jose with California and Dallas and some of the Texan Western states. The same thing with the East Coast. Is this something that benefits some of the teams? I believe that it benefits some of the teams. San Jose, by being put with the northern states, have a great chance because here is Galaxy, is San Diego, is LAFC. That's our, the 3 top teams are already set in the favorites. Now, Alex, do you think this is something that benefits Miami now that they're champions and they are maybe the first ones to win it back to back?
I honestly think, yeah, it's definitely going to benefit them because if you look at the teams in the southern, eastern hemisphere, I mean, you don't really have that much competition. Being realistic, I mean, like, you got to be, yes, like, you have teams that are going to...
Orlando.
Yeah, but Orlando, when it comes to Miami, it's like...
Oh,
it's always
Orlando
back and
has been in
forth.
Miami more times than Miami has been in Orlando and has beaten them badly.
But other than that, like, who do you really have? Like, I mean, the main teams that I would really be scared of are LAFC, San Diego, maybe even a Vancouver, but Vancouver's all the way up north. Cincinnati, but like all these teams are not going to be in that division anymore, and I think it's just going to open the doors for Miami even more. I think that LAFC is going to have a harder time in their group because but I'm saying that in the sense of like the competition's more even in that division for sure.
Now, Cami, is this a good step for MLS? Is it okay for them to, I know this might be an emergency situation for a shortened season because of the World Cup. Is this something that is attracting new audiences to the game, or is something that might alienate the hardcore soccer fan?
Well, listen, they say there's no such thing as bad press, right? Anything to get more eyes on the MLS, I think is going to be good. And if you're a true fan of your team, nothing is going to make you be like, oh, I'm not going to watch anymore because the MLS changed the formatting. So I think this is actually going to attract more people because, hey, it's something new, it's something different, it's an attention grabber. And, I mean, yeah, I think that it'll do its job of getting more eyes onto the game.
Very good. Now, Nick, what's happening with Galaxy?
What's happening like now?
Like in the future, do you think that they have a chance competing against LAFC, San Diego, Dallas?
As things stand now, we are much worse than all of those teams, and so my first answer is no, but I haven't seen Puig back in Puig's old form as he once was before injury. I don't know what's going to happen with Galaxy in regards to transfers and new players coming on, because we do need help in the back in defense. And so there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and a lot's going to have to happen between now and then. But right now, as a Galaxy fan, and I can speak probably for most of them, hopes are not high. We're running on nostalgia. We're running on the past. We're hoping to catch up to that. But in terms of what's going on right now with the squad, no pressure. It's like, okay, that was a wash of a season. It's time to rebuild now, and it's all hopes. And I am hopeful, but when you ask me specifics of it, it's like it can go anyway. Who knows? There's so many unanswered questions. What's Puig going to look like? What if he massively underperforms? What are we going to do?
But there's going to be so much good stuff in 2026, my friends. Unfortunately, we have to call a game. It's over. Full time for this edition, Christmas edition of LatiNation Football Club. But don't worry, we'll be here next week with our preview for Liga MX and our New Year special. So be ready for the best is yet to come. This is LatiNation Football Club, and we'll see you next week.
Feliz Navidad.
They have by far the highest ceiling out of any team in the league. Elite talent, NBA shot making, versatility, and the best coach in the league in John Shire. They can beat you in multiple ways: half court, full court, run and gun, walk it up. And they out-execute you, maybe except for that game versus Texas Tech.
College basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
When did we become, so bitter that we can't accept another man's apology? We make mistakes all the time. And as a grown man, you have to say, I'm sorry every once in a while. And it's okay to say that. And the apology, I think, should be accepted. And in this case, I'm accepting it.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
The Chicago Blackhawks of the National Hockey League are now official partners with Kalshi. It takes effect this week. Each side can use the other's intellectual property for co-marketing purposes, and Kalshi will be promoted during home games at the United Center and on Blackhawks broadcasts. First of its kind, certainly probably not the last as well.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
Arvel Reese at 8%. I got to tell you right now, I have no idea who that is if they're playing a Joe Bowman joke.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting
Who is that?
here, but I have no idea.
You need to know?
But no idea. But don't you have to pick the Heisman winner, Don? Isn't that like the rule of thumb if you're going to take a quarterback? Is he not the best quarterback?
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.